Hello, today's review is going to be of the product I've got here, which are the Honeysticks pencils, the Beeswax pencils specifically. I've got a recently turned 2-year-old and he's just begun to show an interest in drawing, which is fantastic. And part of the Montessori approach is making sure that kids have the right equipment available at the time they desire to do the activity, because obviously that offers the path of least resistance for them and encourages them to engage with the activity, persist with it for longer, etc. If you've got missing pieces or things that don't work as well as they'd like, it's really frustrating for them, and they won't have the inclination to persist with the activity. So to give a toddler a successful drawing experience, I think it needs to be comfortable and they need to get good colour payoff quite quickly. And that's what I found was the problem with regular pencils and regular crayons, and I'll explain why quickly. So a regular pencil, aside from being very sharp, and you know what toddlers are like, they'll just get up and run with sharp things. Aside from being very sharp, the colour payoff isn't always great. So if you're using a red pencil, it's not a big deal, but if I noticed when he was trying to use a yellow pencil on standard white paper, he was getting really frustrated because he couldn't see it and he's saying, not working, not working. So yeah, the pigment's not great with most pencils. That's another part of it. So I thought, okay, pencils are out. What about crayons? And got a few different brands of crayons from Officeworks and that sort of thing. From a practicality perspective, crayons get on things. The pigment gets everywhere. So I've got crayon on my tiles now and I cannot get it off. I'm probably going to have to use methylated spirits or something. So that's annoying, and no one needs that, especially not when you've got young kids. There's already enough to do. And the other thing is they flake off. So when they're all inside a pencil case together rolling around, all the colours mix around. You've just got pigment all over the place, and they're rigid. The hard wax, it shatters quite easily. One drop on the ground and the whole thing breaks in half or into 3 pieces. At which point it's harder for them to use and you're inclined to buy more, and yeah. So I wasn't impressed with regular crayons, so I thought, okay, let's give these a try. I had seen them on Amazon and balked at the price point, which is $29.95 for a pack of 8. This is 7 here, but the pink one is missing under the lounge. But yes, it's a pack of 8 for $29.95, which is fairly steep compared to the price points of, standard pencils and crayons at Officeworks and whatnot. However, it is worth spending that extra bit of money, and I'll tell you why. So you've got the benefit of a pencil and a crayon with this product. It's got a wooden barrel like a pencil, and it can be sharpened like a pencil. Granted, you need an extra big sharpener, and I'll list the brand and model I found that fits these pencils below, but yes, you will need a special sharpener because it won't fit a standard one. It's just too big. And so you've got the benefit of a pencil, that it sharpens and that it's strong. So if they drop it on the ground, it's not going to shatter into pieces like a crayon. And it's got the benefit of a crayon in terms of the pigment. It's fantastic pigment. I'll show you. I am about to draw on the bench because this product wipes off really well, which is the other benefit. Standard baby wipe. Gone. So I think getting to it quickly obviously helps before the wax kind of sets at room temperature, if you like, onto the surface. But yeah, the fact these wipe away easily is a really good sign. Like I said, the other crayons I tried did not wipe away easily, and that's just created a job. No one needs 4 jobs. So yes, these are fantastic. And also from a comfort perspective, depending on your toddler, even if they're doing this kind of standard starting grip or whether they've got their pincer grip, either way, this is fine to use. The only minor downside I would say is that I wish they would do a new version with a cap that you could put on the end, because then when they're rolling around in here or they fall off the table, they're not going to kind of mark other things on the way down or spread pigment everywhere. So better than a standard crayon because it's not so much exposed color pigment, but still, this does kind of get inside the pencil case and they rub off on each other, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. So yes, these are great. I haven't looked into this brand much, but they seem to have a lot of other products. So as he gets older and grows out of these, I'll definitely keep them in mind. The brand, yeah, as I said before, is Honeysticks. if I didn't already mention it, I got these from Amazon, but you can get them from a number of different retailers if you just Google it. I don't think you can get it in at any major in-person retailers though, so it is one of those products where you have to kind of get it online, I believe, unless it's stocked at a little boutique near you. But yeah, most likely it'll be online, so bear that in mind. But yes, these are great, and I think if you were looking to give a toddler a gift or put together a little case to take to cafes and restaurants, like an activity bag to keep them amused, definitely pick these. And they're super lightweight too, despite looking like fairly thick, heavy wood. They're really light, so they're like nothing in this little pencil case, so you can tuck in some colouring pages or plain paper, and it's really portable and easy to put in the pram or the car or whatever. So yes, these are fantastic, worth spending that extra bit of money. Thanks.